ready? This month we are going to be talking about, drum roll please, calories! We're going to be spending the whole month talking about calories. Everything you need to know about them. We're going to talk about what they are, why we eat them, why our body needs them, talk about low-calorie snacks that are healthy for you. What else? We're going to talk about just a whole bunch of stuff about calories. I got it all planned out for you. So the reason I want to share all this with you is because I'm so surprised with how many people don't know this stuff. And I feel like education is power. So I just want to share with you this stuff. So hopefully it will help you out. I know it's helped me out, and learning it has made a big difference for me. So let's go ahead and jump into it. So first I want to tell you what is a calorie. So the scientific explanation is that is the amount of energy used to raise the temperature by 1 gram, which sounds a little okay, but what does that mean to us? Basically, calories are what fuel our bodies. Calories break down into energy, and the energy is used for our muscles, our nervous system, our brain, basically everything in the function of our body. It needs calories to fuel that. So they're very important, obviously, and we eat them for our normal body function, to fuel our body. Back in the older days, when there was not as much food around, we would use it to store up extra fat, which now we have a surplus of food, and people eat way more than they should, especially here in America, and I was one of them, not saying, I'm not. So because of that, we don't really need that purpose as much anymore, but back in the old days, they used to need to have extra fat stored because they didn't know when their next meal was coming, and they needed it for warmth. So that's kind of why we need calories in our body to function. So the next question that everybody says is, okay, well, how many calories am I supposed to eat? And really, that's not a flat-out answer because it totally depends on your body. So I would definitely recommend you going and looking up your BMI. It's your body mass index, and there are different websites you can go to that calculate it out for you, and there is, you can do a full-on calculation yourself. Websites will tell you what that is too, and basically your BMI is going to be based on your age, your weight, your sex, and your activity level. So basically everybody's body burns either more or less. So no one's body burns exactly the same, and it's all going to depend on those different factors. And your BMI is basically the amount of calories that you burn by just doing normal daily function. So your breathing, your blood flowing, just everything. If you were just sitting at home all day long, that's how many calories your body needs just to function. And then you add into that your activity level. So if you have a job that is sitting at a desk all day, you're obviously not going to be burning as many calories as, say, a construction worker who's out in the field all day and is, doing, well, they're not in a field, but you know what I mean. I meant the job site field. They're out working all day, lifting things, digging holes. I mean, that takes a lot of muscle and effort. So they're obviously just going to be burning more calories. Even being in the sun makes you burn more calories because your body has to maintain your temperature, it has to sweat, all that stuff. So it totally depends on your activity level, and activity level as far as additional exercise that you're adding in. This doesn't really affect your BMI, but it does affect the calories that you're burning throughout the day. So you do your normal daily stuff, and then you also add exercise into it. You're obviously burning more calories than someone who just, sits at home all day and does a lot of nothing. So that is definitely something I would suggest looking up, because it's really important to know how many calories your body needs just to survive, just to live. And then we can use that to our advantage, which brings me to the next thing, how calories affect your weight. So basically, it takes 3,500 calories to make 1 pound. So if you are eating and intaking more calories than you're burning in a day, you are gaining weight. If you are burning more than you're intaking in calories, you are losing weight. And if you're eating the same amount that you're burning, you are maintaining. So it's really important to know that, because let's say you are trying to lose weight and you are doing your normal daily activity and you're working out like crazy, but then you're still eating a lot of calories. Maybe even more than you think you are. Maybe you think you're making wise decisions and you're eating healthier things, but healthier things still have calories, sometimes more than you would even imagine. For instance, 2 tablespoons of peanut butter is like 200 calories, I think. That's a lot. That's like maybe a meal for some people, 200 to 500 calories. So that's 2 tablespoons. I'm sure people use more than that on their peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Like, let's be real. So it's important to know how many calories are in things, because you don't want to be spending all of your time spinning your wheels, working out like crazy and trying to do all the right things, but really you're gaining weight because you're not, you're working against yourself. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's really important to know that. And I definitely pray that you realize that even if you feel like you have weight to lose, I had weight to lose, but I pray that you focus on the fact that you're doing this for you to be healthy, for you to live a better life, for you to love yourself enough to do what you need to do to be healthier, because it shouldn't be about looking a certain way or being super skinny or fitting in a certain size or being a number on the scale. It shouldn't be about what other people in your life maybe think you should look like, or trying to be a body type that you never could be, because that's just not how you're built. Just be your best, be your healthiest. And these kind of things are important, like knowing your calories is important just to benefit you, just to make your job easier. So if you know that you're overweight or that you're trying to maintain it, that's important to know to help you be successful, but don't spend all of your time just obsessing over it, because it can become crazy obsession. Do it to be healthy, do it to love yourself, and yeah. So also, basically, I've just showed you that it's kind of a numbers game when it comes to losing weight. I mean, you have to be eating less than you're burning throughout the day. But it's super important not to undereat, because when you undereat, basically your body freaks out and is like, oh my gosh, we don't know when our next meal is coming. Let's hold on to everything. So literally everything you give your body, of course it has to burn some of it because it has to function, but your body will start kind of shutting down other parts of your body and taking the calories to where it really, really needs it, which isn't good for you. Anyone can see that that's not a smart idea. And your body will hold on to everything it can instead of letting fat go, because it's like, oh my gosh, I don't know when my next meal's coming. I have to hold on to this or we're going to die. So it's super important not to undereat, which is another reason it's very important to know your BMI, because you could be eating at somebody else who's smaller or weighs less. You'd be eating what they're supposed to eat, but for your body, you need more calories. So your body's holding on to everything still because you're eating for someone else's needs. You know what I'm saying? So it's super important to know your numbers and then go off of that. And it's really easy to figure out how many calories you need to burn throughout exercise. So you eat the same amount of calories that you burn throughout the day. So you're eating to fill your BMI. And then the additional calories that you burn during your exercise program will start to burn away at fat, which is super important if you're trying to lose weight. Obviously, you need something to burn somewhere. So while you're eating, you would know how much you're supposed to intake, and then you add on your exercise. So let's say you work out for an hour, 5 or 6 days a week, and that burns, let's say, 500 calories. So that adds up throughout the week and is close to, I think I did a calculation earlier, it's like 2,500, and then it's 6 days a week, it's like 3,000. Well, it's 3,500 calories to burn a pound. So in a week's time, you're really close to burning a pound. Now, of course, you can flex the numbers around and burn more and we eat less. Just make sure that you're really in balance with yourself. Don't try to lose it all in one day. It's not about the weight, it's about being healthy. So you need to lose it at a slow pace, which actually has been proven that it will, if you lose weight at a steady, slow pace, you're so much more likely to actually keep it off instead of losing a bunch of weight really quick and then gaining it right back when you're done with your little yo-yo diet or whatever you did to get there. You'll gain it back right away, and some most times. So basically, I'm sharing all of this with you today because I just want to help you figure out how is the safest way and most effective, efficient way to burn calories and lose weight and what that all means. So I hope you stay tuned for the next 3 weeks. Are there 3 more weeks in this month? Maybe 4 weeks? I don't know, for the rest of this month where we talk about calories, and I'm going to share with you stuff that I've done that's been really successful in my life, other things that have been successful in my friends and family's life, and just kind of help you out with your journey and help you become a healthier you. So I hope you have a fantastic week, and I will see you on Sunday with a whole new workout. Bye!